Yes, so Takamura is one of the returning players. He was part of Wild Blast in last SFL, but now he's joined a new team in Sky Guild. Shout out to Sky Guild for joining us here in the league. Now, I do got to say, my biggest concern with Sky Guild, I'll put it on the cards right now. My biggest concern was communication with them. I'm hoping that's what they worked on. That's one of the most integral things as part of a team tournament.
And we saw how big, not to call out other teams and make them look bad, but we saw how big a problem that became for one or two of the teams last season.
Yep.
You can have good players, strong approaches and mentality, but if you're picking the wrong tactics, you're not constructively discussing amongst yourselves and making poor decisions, it's going to impact your overall performance. No matter how well you've prepared, you need to get the strategy right as well as the performance.
See, and now that you mentioned that, right, Team BMS, this should have been their squad last year. This squad right here.
Yes.
A lot of teams are fearing them. Again, I call this the Champions League of Street Fighter, the Street Fighter League Pro Europe 2023, and we're going to see a vast new look on a lot of these guys, and they're going to learn a lot about themselves throughout this league here. So maybe BMS may be able to make it to top spot, because remember, they came second overall, but they got top of the leaderboard.
They were top of the leaderboard. So if they do what they did last season, they go straight to grand finals.
Well, there you go.
So that's something we know that, you know, Street Fighter USA, they were very vocal about some of the teams there. Over here, it didn't have as big an impact last season because there were two very clear favorites last season. This season, as much as you're talking about BMS and how incredibly strong they are,
we're not sure.
There are ridiculous squads that you guys are going to find out about this season that you're going to say, it's much harder to call who's going to actually win this. And I think finishing top in a league as stacked as this, that bypass to first place, to grand finals, is way more justified because of that.
Now, this is going to be, it's going to be a tall order for anyone, to be honest with you. But Takamura, he didn't have the greatest of stats last season. I'm hoping he can hit the ground running and turn things over in a flash. New look, like I said, new perspective. These guys have all got a clean slate. And again, nobody, let me repeat, nobody wants to lose on the first episode.
Man, these two, it's crazy to me how incredibly young they are. I mean,
true.
21 Kilzyou. Takamura, I've been playing this kid online since Street Fighter 4. I mean, I must have played him when he was like 14 years old or even younger. Maybe he's 23 now, right? He would have been 13, 12 years old when I first played him. To think he's still only 23 years old now and he's on this stage, and someone like Kilzyou, of course, playing since young. But we've actually got some even younger proteges that we're going to be seeing throughout this tournament. But starting with these guys is just have to highlight that. I'm so impressed to see the level of maturity they display on the screen when they play.
100%.
You forget how old they are, man. I saw the ages. I was like, holy cow, that's incredible, you know?
I think one thing I've also got to mention about Sky Guild as well before we get set up here is, according to my notes, I could be wrong. I should actually double check with the players for next week's episode. I think this is the only team that doesn't have secondary characters. I think they all use one character, F-word. Joker Jokes with Cammy, Vega Patch with Chun-Li, Takamura Ken, Suleiman with Kimberly. I think they only have.
At least in competitive level, you're probably right. I mean, Vega Patch was hoping to have a secondary when Aki came out, but he's been quite vocal that, you know, he's not over the moon with Aki's strength. That's his opinion. Other players think she's actually quite strong. So, but for his stylistic, he doesn't see a fit. So it will be just Chun-Li. Suleiman is all about the ninjas, so you know he's going to be Kimberly all the way. You saw in his intro, he was shouting out the Zeku and the guy there with the pose. He ain't playing no one else, man. Joker Jokes does play a bunch of characters. He has a lot of fun with them, but when it comes to high level competitive play,
it's just Cammy.
It's pretty much Cammy, isn't it? Yeah. So you're probably right there. I need to look at the other squad to confirm that, but you could be spot on.
Oh yeah, I want to give a special shout out to the production team. They told me prior the whole thing is that you guys are going to love the intro videos, the commentators, and you guys lived up to your word. I love that stuff. So yeah, we're going to get into Ken versus Juri. I think Juri has been, at least from what I've been watching, Juri's been on a little bit of the quiet side because obviously Ken's been taking a little bit of the spotlight, but please do not misconstrue our point. Juri is an incredibly strong character. Depending on who you ask, you'll slip her into the top 5. She might be just outside the top 5, but she's got some very powerful
she's
tools.
Top 8 without question, right? But you're right, some wouldn't have her in the top 5. But in terms of how strong she is, there's no debate. She's incredibly strong. And in fact, there's some matches that she plays better than some of the top tiers. You know,
exactly.
Which is why she still has a place in the game. But even Kilzyou picking up a secondary or two just for some of those more difficult matchups. You know, he was playing Juri exclusively for a while, but he's gone and backed himself up a little bit here.
I believe he's got a Cammy. I've definitely seen him actually Cammy.
No, it is Cammy, yeah.
He's dabbled with Menon. That makes a little bit of sense in terms of what he did with Street Fighter 5. But I don't think we'll see Manon at all here. It looks like the guys...
I'll tell you what, following those player, just a slight subject change, following those player intros, and this is something I love to highlight for the viewers who've never been in an environment like this, right? You can cut the tension here with a knife, man. Like, seriously. Like, those player intros, the light-hearted, fun, you know, serious face that they did when those video sets, but then you see them, even Joker Jokes, usually a very bubbly, very, you know, charismatic, energetic guy.
But when his
interview with Logan was very much, you know, there's no playing right now. The nerves are high, but what's at stake is immeasurable for some of these guys. First time playing on a level this big for a couple of players here as well. I think for Suleiman, maybe even Joker Jokes as well. This is probably the biggest that they've been in. So you can only imagine how they're feeling. But also, Jammers, they're doing it in a team setting. So it's not just themselves.
There's more weight
they're thinking about. There's a lot more weight and pressure when you got your teammates counting on you. And even Takamura's interview as well, you could kind of feel that tension. Whereas with Kilzyou, I got to say, man, he seemed very relaxed. Seemed very, you know, calm, very confident when he spoke to Logan, and I think that could play a factor. We'll see.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, if my captain roster was correct, I believe Kilzyou is the skipper.
Yeah, he's the
Team
captain,
BMS.
not Mr. Crimson.
Yeah. And sometimes that does work out. It's not that they go, okay, you didn't win, so you lose the captaincy role.
Oh, we're in. Guys, first game, Street Fighter League Pro Europe is kicking off. It's BMS away from home, taking on Sky Guild, and Takamura is cornered right away.
And they tried to drive rush almost at the same time here, but Kilzyou did win. Already got Takamura in a dangerous spot. Good throw tech to gain some space there. But he needs to kind of jump out or get across up Tatsu or something, but it looks like he's going to try and parry his way out.
Wow, he commits that. Let me just confirm. Listen, man, that roundhouse has been absolutely brutalizing for Takamura. He's lost so much gauge versus it.
Tried to jump, and he didn't get the jump fierce. If he'd done roundhouse, he said that might have linked, but it's the chase down here.
Nice, with punish, no cancel.
Got
oh,
it.
you can't
He's done. He wasn't aware.
Oh, yeah, of course he didn't see the health.
And the thing is, I don't
Muscle
think you
memory.
can cancel into parry from your buttons either, so...
He would have had to do EXDP or something that would have worked. But your muscle memory is being tested when that happens. Clever time to drive impacts, because your opponent will just do what they know best if they don't make the adjustment.
Now, if he can just ensure that Kilzyou doesn't comfortably stall, just make him play the ground game here. But even so, Juri's got an exceptional ground game herself, so there's one stall. Ground rush cancel in, that's +2 on the stand fierce there.
Already.
He's testing him.
I'm not sure what Kilzyou was looking for there. He blocked a couple of medium kicks, then decided to drive impact straight away. All of those cancelable for Ken. But even a raw one, pure reaction, and he's in the corner now. Round's turning around. Takamura in the driver's seat.
Completely optimized that situation, and he's going to go for the stun, and that should give him the rounds. Yeah,
spend it.
Cancel. And that should be the round there for Takamura.
No, doesn't have super, no. I'm surprised he didn't do EX Dragon Lash. Would have probably done more damage there, but no.
I mean, regardless, he was burning himself out. He got the round. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Oh, big whiff. To the corner straight away. This is why Ken's so strong. Situational advantages he gets from one opening. Checks her straight away with that jab. Missed the follow-up.
Nice frame trap there.
The delay.
Was a frame
Punish not cancelled though. It's all going wrong for Kilzyou.
He might have to do the anti-throw tech, but he goes low instead and commits to level 3. And you remember, because you control your drive gauge, you can do half the work for your opponent for them. And that will put Takamura in burnout. Let's see if he can worm his way out of this one, F1.
Massive turning point. Oh, straight away, he busted out the reversal.
Just waits full screen. That's the brilliant thing about Dragon Lash Flame. Sends you all the way inside swaps. And he's gonna react
he's looking for it. You can see him pumping. He was close enough to the corner to be worried about a drive impact, but Takamura not phased at all. A completely different individual to the guy we saw last season, already exacting a fantastic performance there in the first battle against Kilzyou. Good start here, Jammers. Good start.
Yeah, I can tell just off that first game alone what he was looking for on defense, because he got tested and it was his muscle memory that got tested. So, okay, you might try to over-abuse this, which he did. He got punished, counter DI'd in that next round, and then he got stunned, of course. And at that time, we're seeing Takamura react exquisitely with those Dragon Lash Flame level 1s here. So he's going to have to slow down a little bit. Might have to be a little bit more passive and then build on the momentum here, Kilzyou. But again, Takamura really have to necessarily hit the brakes per se. Smacks away at the moment here. Yeah, just throwing the fireball to make sure that Kilzyou blocks while Juri's fireball lingers. Gets the punish on the fireball. A lot of good whiff punishes on that fireball because it's got huge recovery, so... Oh, wall splat.
Meaty drive impact, so hard to react to.
Delay tech there just in case, and the drive rush here. This is going to be huge here for Takamura.
Great momentum from Takamura. This is such a good start. Somehow Kilzyou needs to slow his momentum down. Catches him pressing the button.
Good block on the overhead. People are usually standing up there anyway, but he's not going to look for a wall splat himself here. Burns him out.
Burn out there.
He knows Takamura can react as well, so...
Such a good strategic adjustment from Kilzyou. Gets the opening as well. Big damage incoming. One more bet will be enough.
He's delaying the start sequence. Yeah. And I think Takamura tried to hold up and get out, but I like what Kilzyou did there.
Actually.
Yeah, he prolonged the way to stun him, not making it too obvious, and said, I'll get you eventually.
Well, that's what they're so good at. I mean, the lights aren't true, right? The lights into the drive impact, you can jump out of them, you can throw out of them, but it's the timing at which they do it that makes it harder to react. Drive impact comes out quicker when it's coming off of a light. Takamura just wasn't ready, and this is a great turnaround from a round that was looking awesome. For Takamura's turning around and Kilzyou looking phenomenal.
I think he's just about alive from this level 3, the super art. But then I don't know if Takamura's going to wake up with an absurd option or leave it.
I bet he bet it. Juri. Such poise, so important now to tie it up. Takamura looking rampant, but Kilzyou able to close out. Despite all those blocked overheads, Kilzyou makes it one battle apiece here. And now in this first also crucial match, we're going to see who takes it. Okay, great start here from Kilzyou.
Already going after the overhead there. There's a trade scenario. Takamura is looking to get the conversion, but just too far with the stand medium punch.
Goes there without connecting. Blocks it again, though. There's that delayed little crouch medium kick. Despite the plus frames on Juri, he gets that in side switches in typical Ken fashion. Is that meaty fierce punch?
Good confirm. Gets a short you can ender. Gets a throw, but delay tech there. And then he tries to go for that.
Oh, base it out.
Too good, throw again.
Great situation here for Takamura. Oh, great bait. He's going to get around.
Guaranteed to get the round there by splurging the meter on the extra. You can puts him at battle point here in this game 1 F1.
Are you kidding me? OD Dragon Punch to start off to check the drive rush. Nice delayed jab though from Kilzyou. He gets himself out the corner.
Yeah, back to the mid-screen here, and he gets a 2-piece, and he
missed the drive rush there, I think. Takamura thought it was a stock up. That was a stock up though, and he does get a punish this time. Can't get hit here. Level 3's ready.
Be careful how he does it. There's DI.
Oh my goodness, Takamura! You gotta be kidding me. That wasn't even cancel damage. That was straight buffer off the recovery crouch medium kick. Don't test this guy's reactions in burnout. He's ready. Level 3. Talk about anticipation and readiness. Takamura with a phenomenal first game.